Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to episode 131 of the FAB and Fearless Business Booster Shot Show. My name is Yinka. I am a business strategist, a coach, a speaker, an incoming author, and I support women to create wealth in and through their businesses by helping them to focus on what matters most for the business, which is cash flow and strategy, and what matters most for the business owner, which is mindset and habits. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this 131st episode of the Booster Shot Show, where each week at 1:30 p.m. UK time on a Wednesday, I come to you with a short, sharp shot to boost both you and your business with one powerful truth and one actionable tip. Happy New Year. If you haven't seen me and you didn't see episode 130, which I did last Friday because last Wednesday was New Year's Day. But yeah, if you are seeing my face and hearing the sound of my voice, feel free to jump into the chat and let me know who you are. I am very excited to welcome you to today's episode, where I am going to be sharing more on your one assignment for this year. Yes, ladies and gents, I am breaking this down into one singular assignment because priorities is a myth. If everything is important, then nothing's important. So I want to make sure that you are super clear about the one thing, and you can boil everything down to the one thing. So ahead of that, hey Jackie, thank you so much for joining me, awesome lady. I'm excited to have you in the room. How are you doing today? Scale of 1 to 10, please. Thank you for letting me also know that I am live over on Facebook. I should also be live on YouTube, and not gonna lie, yay, Sharon Hurley Hall in the house. Thank you so much, Fab lady. So glad to have you here. Not gonna lie, ladies, we're also going back to LinkedIn. I miss my LinkedIn fam, and so we are just working out a few kinks to sort things back out over there. But yes, we are going back live and direct on LinkedIn. But in the meantime, we are live on Facebook, both profile and page, and we're also live over on YouTube. So Jackie, thank you for letting me know you are at an 8 today. I am, all good. I am really good today. I am getting ready for my fabulous and exciting Booster Shot Show. Kickstart Your Cash Flow Masterclass tomorrow. I am really, really excited about that. I'm going to tell you a bit more about that in a second, because it definitely relates to what we are going to be talking about today. But before I share a bit about that, ladies, please feel free, tag a friend. Tag a friend who you know is incredible at what they do, and needs to make sure that we are on a winner. We are on a winner this year. Who already does incredible work, and we now want to create a situation where they get incredible results in their business, in their bank accounts, and in their lives. Tag that friend so that she, or indeed he, will be able to either pick us up live and join us before I end the broadcast today, or they can come in on as team #replay. I've got ladies looking for me. Jackie and Sharon, would you mind dropping the YouTube and Facebook links in the Telegram group for the other ladies in the Accelerator Academy? They seem to be looking for the insights and way to join, and we definitely don't want anyone to miss the party. So ladies and gents, it is a new year, 2025, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hectic that we have gotten here already. I am not a young person. Don't let the youthful glow fool you. I remember coming into the century. I remember all of the concerns about Y2K. I was definitely live and direct, and it's really powerful to think that we've already hit a quarter of a century over on into this a quarter of this century already. When you look at someone, say, like Luke Littler, who is like making magic on all things darts, and he was born in 2007. That is wild to me. He's out there being the best in the world at what he does, and he wasn't even born at the turn of the millennium and the turn of the century. But yeah, I really come into you today with a heartfelt message about your one assignment. And I come in with you prefacing what I'm about to say to remind you and to really wish for you that the rest of your days are the best of your days. That is something that I pray over my own life, that I wish those I love, and I wish it for you too. I am excited by everything that has gone before, and I am really hoping, not even just hoping, but it is my intention to support any of you who are still minded to have their best days ahead of them. I am definitely minded to support you in that mission. So, the reason why I want to talk to you today about your one assignment, ladies and gents, is because we've only been in this year. This is the 8th day of the year, and yet I am seeing a hell of a lot of distraction. I don't know, drop in the chat. Let me know if you are seeing lots of stuff going on in lots of different spaces. Obviously, some big events are happening. So the United States is about to have a switch in leader and a step change in leadership for sure. There are many things that are going on. As I said, Luke Littler, not that I know anything about darts, but his story is so remarkable given that he is someone so young and reaching the peak of his sport so early. But yes, there's a lot of distraction going on, because the other thing that I am seeing is a lot of people focusing on a lot of things. I'm seeing, I've been watching, for example, people jumping on a very moral crusade over on social media, calling out the cheaters, the liars, the people who lie and steal from others. And I'm seeing a lot of faux morality and fake piety. And I'm also seeing a lot of confusion. So I'm seeing a lot of people feeling very confused. And we are in this time of year where confusion is doubly frowned upon, because this is the start of the year. So you're supposed to be clear, and you're supposed to have this like incredible, shining, like pounding vision board, and you're supposed to know all the things you want to do, and everyone is supposed to be ready and fixed and, structured. And I just want to give you a really easy way to boil down what it is that you need to get done this year into one single assignment. How does that sound to you? Does it sound like something that is more accessible and easier for you to focus on, if rather than thinking about the 7 different life departments, or you just get to think about one thing? Let me know in the chat if that resonates with you, because certainly in thinking about my year and thinking about all the things I want to get done, what I am able to do, or the way in which I am able to do it, it just becomes so much easier when it's just one single assignment. Hi, Eleanor. Lovely to have you here. Eleanor said, like a lifeline. And it's so beautiful that it's going to be a lifeline for you, because we are definitely diving into this more in our session in just a few moments. So yes, ladies and gents, your one assignment is simply this. Your assignment is to thrive. Like, I wish I had like a drum roll and to make it really dramatic for you. Your assignment is to thrive. That's it. That is it. Someone drop it in the chat for me so that those who are coming up and watching on replay have it really clear. Your assignment is to thrive. Now, while that will mean something different for each of us, doesn't it just feel more accessible? I was going to say easier, but easy is not the right word. Doesn't it feel more accessible when you actually just have one singular focus? And as Sharon said in the chat, the focused focus, to help you to lock it in. So you do not have to, do all the things and be in all the. Your singular assignment is just to thrive. And that's the thing. I love it. Jackie's like, yeah, I can do that. Exactly. We can do that. Ladies, we can thrive. Your assignment is to thrive. Now, let me break that down a little bit more for you, just so we're clear about what we are talking about and what we're not talking about and why. So, our assignment is to thrive. Our assignment is not to merely survive. Now, the reason why our assignment is not to merely survive is because what survival means. Survival means doing everything that you can do possible to make sure that you do not die today. That is what survival means. Survival is the avoidance of death. Now, I don't know about you, but that doesn't particularly inspire me. And therein lies the point. That's the reason why survival is not enough. Now, I don't hear what I'm not saying. You might aim to thrive and end up surviving, and that will be a win. But if you aim to survive and you survive, it won't feel like a win. It will feel like a bucket load of effort and energy and a frustrating lack of results. Ask me how I know. So, yes, ladies, our assignment is not to merely survive, it is to thrive. It is to go beyond merely not dying today. Because that's not what we're here for. We're not only here just not to die. We are here to glow, to think, to feel, to love, to live our best life. And so our assignment is to thrive, not to merely survive. What does thriving mean? So I've already explained what survival means, not to die today. What does thriving mean? Thriving in the definition that I am focused on is doing the best that you can with what you have in the season that you're in. Feel free, someone drop that in the chat for me. The reason why I want to give that definition to you is because thriving is always accessible, no matter what season you're in, no matter what you have. Now, there isn't a single person, and again, I'm not saying that there is no person on the entire planet that this is true, but there's no one in my vicinity who is trying to, have less. I want less. I want less money. I want less joy. I want less. The things that they want less of are the things that we all want less of. We want less hard work. We want less drama. We want less misery. But they don't want less of any of the good stuff. So I want to be clear that I'm talking to the right people. If you want less of the good stuff, please drop that in the chat for me. Let me know, just so I can get you to skip over what I'm about to say here. Because the people I'm working with and the people I'm surrounded with, they want more of the good stuff. And do you know why? Because that is literally part of who we are as humans, to want more of the good stuff. It is our human assignment to thrive. It is the assignment of living things to thrive. Flowers who reach their assignment, they grow their stalks, and then they bloom as flowers. That's them thriving. And we've all seen the metaphor of the rose that grew through the concrete. Even in those inhospitable conditions, it still grows and that flower still blooms. We are here to thrive. So as much as I'd love to share that this is like my general interesting idea, this is about the assignment that you have that is actually a life and a living thing imperative. You are here to thrive. That is your life assignment. So thriving is doing the best that you can with all that you have in the season that you are in. If you're in a great season, thrive. If you're in a tough season, you can still thrive. Yes, it might look different. But the first thing I want you to be aware of is thriving is always available. But hear the other parts of the definition, because it is about doing the best that you can with all that you have. And this is why I want to talk to you, ladies and gents, because more often than not, we are not doing the best that we can with all that we have because we don't see ourselves clearly. Do you know how many of us are living below our potential? We are not creating the lives that we can. We're not creating the businesses that we can. We're not creating the money that we can. We're not having the rest that we can. We're not having the impact and the influence that we can because we're not using all that we have. We're not using all that we have. We're not using our resources and we're not leaning into our resourcefulness. And success only takes resources and resourcefulness. Just those two. The success equation is the easiest thing to remember, resources plus resourcefulness. And we're not leaning into either. We're not using our resourcefulness to create more resources. We are not dialing into everything that we've got. We are wasting our time, which leaves us tired and under-resourced, which leaves us feeling incapable, feeling, not fact, but feeling incapable of creating the resources we want to create the life that we want. Ladies, drop in the chat. Let me know if this is resonating with you today. Let me know if this assignment is accessible and clear to you. Let me know if you recognize that you have done maybe the best that you could, but you didn't get the results you want. So we know that it could be better. Ladies, do not hear what I'm not saying. This isn't intended to shame. This is intended to support. If we are not doing the best that we can, great. That means that better is available. But it all starts with us accepting the assignment. And that assignment is to thrive. Love that, Jackie. Thank you. And the fact is that it really does look, in the various departments of our lives, it really does look pretty similar in every space. So, for example, how do you thrive in business? It's pretty simple. Mind the business that pays you. That's it. If you mind the business that pays you, you thrive in business. You don't get caught up in, as I said, faux morality wars. You don't sucked into internet fights. None of those things are your portion because you're focused on what actually serves you. Hey, Charmaine, lovely to have you here. Better is always available. And it is so important that we recognize the importance of agreeing that better is available. That isn't to make us ungrateful. That isn't to remove our content. That is to fire our ambition. Yesterday, we heard that Mark Zuckerberg is changing the way that that Meta and Facebook works in the US. So they're removing data checking and fact checking, all in the name of free speech. Now, so many people are, up in arms. Other people are celebrating. My insight to you is mind the business that pays you. If Facebook is a tool through which you run your business, and it is for me, some of you are watching me on Facebook as I speak, then it's for me to decide what that means for my business. And what it means for my business is I am absolutely making sure I'm not going to be coming. I'm not going to be coming to Facebook for facts. It's not that I do anyway, but I will ensure that I'm not moving forward. I'm also going to make sure that I'm leaning into my own traffic. I'm going to be building my email list. I'm going to be building my newsletters. I'm going to be building spaces that are not algorithm driven. I'm going to ensure that I am not building my business on borrowed land. And that's what I want to remind you of, ladies. More is always available, better is always available. And you are not wrong to want it. You do not have to be sick to want to get better. So you do not have to be discontent or unhappy with your lot to want more. It's one of those powerful paradoxes. But one thing I know for sure, ladies, gents, is there is nothing that you're going to want to create this year that isn't going to be made better and easier with more cash flow in your life. And we get to say that, and we get to own that. We get to honor that that is something that is of a requirement. And we get the opportunity to really double down and focus on creating more of that in our lives. And so, if you have not seen my announcement, I want to remind those of you who are watching on live or replay that I am running tomorrow the Kickstart Your Cash Flow live virtual masterclass. We are rocking and rolling at 6:30 p.m. UK time tomorrow. And this is absolutely focused on, it says, ambitious driven business women. But honestly, the smart guys come along too. Plenty of guys have come to this masterclass and have said it's the best one they've been to. We love to see it. Yes, my work focuses on women, but that doesn't stop smart men showing up and learning too. But if you want more cash in your world this year, and you want to make sure that you are able to achieve more cash by working less, then this is a great place for you to come along. And so I want to invite you to the masterclass. I want you to make sure that you sign up. I've been able to put, I hope, the link in the chat. Come on down. Come on down. Invite your friends. Those of you who are new to my spaces won't know this yet, but I'm someone who gives, in any event that I do, whether paid or free, it will be practical. You will come away with things that will change how you think and what you do and improve your results no matter what. And so, yes, this particular event is free. I want to make sure this is as accessible and as powerfully available to as many people as possible. And so come on down. The Kickstart Your Cash Flow masterclass is tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Come on down. Because cash is that one resource that turns into pretty much all the others. And all it takes is a bit of resourcefulness to make it happen. But stop selling yourself short and thinking that, oh, I can't possibly thrive because I don't have enough. I am not enough. Life is hard right now. None of those things are true. Thriving is always available to you, and thriving is the prime directive. And the thing I want you to recognize, and this is my one powerful truth for you today. I said this yesterday in a coaching group, and I want to say it here. Number one is to remember who you are. We are made of the same substances as the stars that shine in the sky. Literal walking miracles. So stop, honestly, seeing yourself small is so 2024 and it needs to stay there. Because you and I both know that there is nothing that you have put your mind to and you have truly wanted and you have done your best efforts to get, and you legit fell short with the right actions and the right intensity and the right consistency. It didn't happen. If you didn't get what you wanted, one of those things was missing. So don't forget who you are. Do not forget your power. But more importantly, you're going to set these goals, and I hope you're setting goals that you don't know how you're going to achieve, otherwise they're too small. But you're setting these goals in faith, and then you're trying to act in fear. You can't set a goal in faith and move in action in fear to create it. If you set it in faith, you need to move in faith. And so, my one actionable tip for you today, awesome lady, is to ask yourself, what does thriving mean to you? What is the season you're in? What is all the things you have? And what is doing the best that you can? And if you know that you are going to need more cash in your world to thrive, then I am a good person to hang around to help you to do that. So I invite you to come along and come on in. Come along to tomorrow's masterclass. Come along to the class and give yourself the opportunity to really get the resources that you need from the resourcefulness that you already have. And so, fabulous ladies and gents, that is everything I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so, so much for joining me live. Jackie over on Facebook, Sharon over on YouTube, thank you so much for dropping notes in the chat for me. I appreciate you. And I'm so excited to see you in the spaces. Ladies and gents, take care. Have an amazing rest of your day. Come to the masterclass. Invite a friend. Sharing is caring. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Take care. Have a good one. I will